So I have the flip balanced on a lot of different precarious things. You guys could topple and commit suicide at any moment. So just be very careful, and I'll try not to bop the table. I didn't want to go out to the car and get the tripod because that's like 13 to 22 steps that I just didn't want to do. Plus opening and closing the door and then the car door. That was a lot of effort. So instead I have rigged up like 6 different scrapbooking mat stacks, the thick small ones, and then a fake book that's really a box but looks like a book, and then a day planner, and then a recipe card box, and then a telephone book, and then a candle holder, and then the flip is in the candle holder with a marker jabbed in front of it so that it's going straight up and down rather than tipping sideways. And that, in the land of Marie, is a lot less work than walking outside and grabbing the proper tripod and hooking it up. So I'll show what it looks like at the end of the vlog. Okay, Hilary Duff. I tried to do this so many times and the phone rang and the baby cried and the da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm just gonna spit it out already. I used to work for an entertainment/media company. Forgive my pigtails, by the way. This is how I do my hair out of the shower when I'm not going anywhere, except for the internet. I used to work for an entertainment/media company that sort of catered to, let's say I worked with celebrities on a fairly regular basis that are the kind of celebrities that are like Hilary Duff, where you know her name, you've seen her face. If you saw her, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's Hilary Duff. But it's not someone where you're hearing about them all the time in the news. They don't have like a gigantic fan base. They're not considered superstar celebrities. Sort of tween kid B-lister people. Anyway, I used... The phone! Should I just not answer it? I think I should just not answer it. I'm not gonna answer it. Oh crap, no, the baby's sleeping. So, I used to work for that company that did that thing with the celebrity-ish people, and one time I was responsible for taking a group of, I think it was like a group of 5 people who had won a chance to meet Hilary Duff. I just was responsible for making sure that they were in the right place at the right time for the meet and greet that she was doing alongside of her concert at the venue with a ton of other, you know, winners and people who had somehow ended up doing a meet and greet. I don't know. There was like 400 or 500 people. I was responsible for like 5 of them. So I went to the venue, made sure that the girls were in line where they were supposed to be, made sure that they all had their parental guardians, they had the right press passes and that sort of stuff. Then I was going to just leave. However, somewhere along the way, one of Hilary Duff's people came out and asked if I worked for one of the press companies, and when I said who I did work for, instead, I never even showed credentials or anything. When I said who I worked for, they were like, oh, please, can you help us? We're so understaffed and we don't have this, 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 or this. We don't have anyone to run the meet and greet to get these people into where they're supposed to be. And I said, okay. And she was like, I just need you to get them through this gate and tell the security guard this so that he'll let you pass by. So I never once showed any credentials of who I was. And I wove this group of 500 people through many different gates through a like festival ground area to get into where Hilary Duff's meet and greet was going to be. So I passed all these checkpoints. I kept talking to security guards. I was all of a sudden in charge of all these people. I was like, come on, let's walk one at a time. Make sure you have your guardians with you. I wasn't even representing my company at that time. It was kind of risky. But they asked for my help. So then once we got through those checkpoints, I thought I was going to leave after that because I saw that same person who had asked for my help, and they were so thankful that I had helped that much that they gave me like this huge VIP treatment. They brought me back into this tent where all of the people, like the what are the roadies, I guess, all of her crew and staff were, and there was an espresso stand that had been set up, and the guy was like, can I get you an espresso or an Italian soda or anything? And I was like, sure, I'll take an Italian soda. And he was like, oh, would you like to meet Miss Duff? You could wait and meet her. And I thought, sure, okay, why not? So I stood in line. This person just fussed over me like crazy. It was really wonderful. Thanked me over and over again for helping get everybody where they were supposed to go, getting them divided up into the groups they're supposed to. And then I had my Italian soda, and I think in the picture I'm holding the Italian soda in my hand, like sort of low out of the picture. And eventually they just brought me up and I chatted with Hilary Duff for a little while. She apologized for being so short because I was really tall, and when they said, oh, you guys could get a picture together, I had to like really squish down. And I told her it was completely fine. I had forgiven her for being so short. And they snapped our picture, and then he asked for my address and sent it to me within 2 weeks. So it really was just sort of surprising, because all I thought I was doing that day was jumping in my car, making sure kids were with guardians, and then coming home. I don't even think it was supposed to take an hour, and I ended up being there for about 6 hours, running their meet and greet little cattle call lineup deal to get everybody through the lines. And then her Hilary Duff people were so grateful and appreciative to me and gave me their Italian sodas and let me meet Miss Duff. And she was really sweet. And she was dating that guy at the time. I think the one, is he married to Nicole Richie now? I don't know. She was dating some guy who then, right after that, broke up with her, or they broke up and married somebody else and had a baby. I think it's Nicole Richie. Is it Adam Levine? No, that's wrong. Good Charlotte guy. Whatever, that's my Hilary Duff story. Bye. Here's the contraption you were on. Marker, candle holder, phone book, recipe box, day planner, box that's a book that's a box, and mat stacks. Tripod.